This is the Conspiracy Commission Podcast.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Conspiracy Commission. Today's topic, Project Bluebeam. And we have a special guest, none other than Ronald Reagan.
Giggles himself.
He's going to be bringing us in today with his speech at the United Nations. Let's roll the clip.
Bring it in. Roll that beautiful
In our
footage.
obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat
Perhaps, Ron.
to make us recognize this common bound.
Perhaps.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat
Together.
from outside this world.
Pause it. Pause it.
what?
Pause it.
An alien
What
threat.
the fuck? What's Reagan doing talking about aliens, people? It's the president of the United States,
At the United Nations, nonetheless.
talking that good behind the
Talking about
green.
how it would
Coincidence?
unite
Is that a
everyone.
green back? What's behind him? Is that granite? Is that a granite slab behind him?
Interesting.
Picking up all the good energies right now. Look at the bangs on this dude.
I could see that background in Klaus Schwab's lair.
Hey, hit me with your best, Schwab.
That's where this is. How did you
Schwab
know?
it away.
It's in his lair.
It's literally behind his sliding glass door. Reagan.
And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Oh!
What could be more alien to the
Whoa!
universal aspirations of our peoples than war
Whoa.
and the threat of war?
War. Fear. Fear. Fear.
So then he
I'm gonna go
riles
out
it
on
back
a
in,
limb
right?
and say that we're like misreading this one a little bit.
You
A
think
lot
we're
of fear
misreading?
propaganda being
It's not,
spread.
well, it's not about him saying like, "Oh, we need to fake an alien invasion," right? He just,
Right.
He's
He's
talk-
referring
yeah.
to the Cold War.
yeah, exactly,
yeah.
right? And he's saying like, "Oh man, wouldn't it be interesting on like how we would probably unite together, right?"
Yeah, we would.
Which ties into our topic for today's episode, Project Bluebeam,
Hit him with that gas.
where
ladies and
Sergei
gentlemen.
Monast released a book in French called like Project Les Bluebeam, or whatever
Let's
it's called.
get it.
But
Can you say that one more time, please?
Project Les Bluebeam or something.
Whoa.
I'm not sure how to say it in
Canceled.
French.
Ladies and
That's how
gentlemen,
it is.
canceled.
And I didn't read the book either. I just read. I just listened to some transcripts from his interviews talking about it.
David didn't take French.
David's hitting the hammers over here.
I was
early and
looking for
often.
some English transcripts of like the book. I couldn't find anything. I'm
That's
sure
okay.
if you dug deep enough, you.
I
probably
couldn't
would
find much on this friggin' topic, but all right.
Well, it's because you started researching Blue Book.
No.
Ooh.
That's interesting. No, I was just tying the two together.
a little-
Doing a little extra legwork, unlike you.
Break the fourth dimension here. Eddie researched the wrong topic. Just kidding.
Blue book, I said. Let's go.
So in Sergei's own words here, let's see what he says here. Now, the famous NASA Bluebeam project has 4 different steps, 4 parts towards the implementation of a New World religion, with the Antichrist at its head.
Whoa.
We must remember that the New World religion is the basic foundation for the New World government. Without that New World religion, such government, such worldwide dictatorship is completely impossible.
Whoa.
That's why this project is not only so important to them, but was so well kept secret until now.
Until.
And he breaks it down into 4 steps of how Project Bluebeam is going to bring about a new world religion, which will usher in a
What's
new
the
world
first step?
government.
What do we got? We got 4 steps, but what's numero uno? What's number 1?
So we got a couple players behind this, right? It's kind of got NASA working with it. We got the UN working with it. We got like government agencies kind of collaborating together.
Okay.
And,
Under the cover of not knowing.
Yeah, so it's not a official document. It's not he's a, a whistleblower, you could say.
Right,
Since he got
right.
this from his sources. No official UN documents or anything talking about this that I know of.
Or any official CIA documents that I could uncover either. I wasn't capable of getting anything documentation-wise other than
obviously
the conversation that this dude sits down and he writes a book and things of that nature, right?
Yeah, he writes a couple. Chris, do you want to pull up like a wiki for him or something maybe? Because it talks about the other 2 books that he had written. But anyways, while Chris is doing that, we'll talk about the first step here, which is the first step concerns the breakdown of all archaeological knowledge. Deals with the setup of earthquakes at certain precise locations on the planet where supposedly new discoveries will suddenly explain, for them, the wrong meaning of all major religions' basic doctrines. This classification used to make the population believe that all religious doctrines have been misunderstood and misinterpreted and have already started. These have already started, he says, with the field of psychological preparation for the populations. For the first step has been prepared through films like 2001: A Space Odyssey, the series Star Trek, Star Wars, which deals with the space invasion and space protection, and the last film, Jurassic Park, dealing with the theory of evolution. So this guy's
See, what was left off your list there is a lot of people were saying that I was listening to that were talking about this, because he comes out with all of this book and everything and all of this stuff in 93 or 94, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I was hearing was people were saying that this happened, that this has been going on since way, way, way before that. That's why I dug into the blue book and all of that.
As far as people saying that they're going to be staging an
Yeah.
invasion.
Well, yeah, because
yeah.
that's where this Orson Welles MK Ultra psyops comes into the play. They were saying that they believed that what was happening was that they put this out there, right? The Orson Welles thing way back when. I forget when that was. I still never checked the date on it.
Remind me, what's the Orson Welles?
The Orson Welles War of the Worlds.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so they play this program over the radio and
Oh,
they tell
yeah,
people
yeah.
it's a radio program.
It's a real
right?
radio broadcast.
But they interrupt the program, right?
Yeah.
Like as if you're just watching television. You're
we have a
watching your
special
favorite
news broadcast, emergency alert,
Yeah.
and people were fucking shitting
Yeah.
bricks.
Yeah, people were just going crazy, killing themselves, going out, raping and pillaging, going crazy. People were going nuts over this. The government understood
Shut her down.
that this is what happened and what would happen. And then you listen to other conspiracy theorists who talk about this topic. They say there's no way our society's too woke for that now. There's no way. It's not possible that we would be able to be tricked and fooled. Now
I'm not so
Chris,
sure about that.
run some of these videos that we have been finding out and about with your because they're saying that they're going to fake an invasion or they're going to fake the rapture. Okay.
So we'll go into step 2 of his thing then, right? Let's cover that real quick.
So now what we're going to get into is we're going to get into the technology, which is, basically going to back up this theory in which people are saying that this is all tied into the grand scheme of things and how it could be played out. So we're at a baseball game somewhere in the world, and they're playing at halftime or right before the game comes out. They give you this show.
They give you a hologram.
They give you a hologram show of a dragon.
Well, like so
Some music. Go ahead.
specifically, like the step 2 is
Yeah.
to like
the
fake a god.
A gigantic space show with 3-dimensional optical holograms, sounds, laser projections of multiple large holographic images to different parts of the world, each receiving different images according to the predominating regional/national religious faith. This new god's image will be talking in all languages. Now, to understand that, we have to go back a little bit. Then he goes further into explaining some more technology.
But there's going to be a mass event here. And just check this out. You got all these people at this ballpark here, or either before the game or during halftime of the game, where they do your 7th inning stretch or whatever that is there in baseball that they do. You got this event.
Well, do we want to start from the beginning?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Start from the
Okay.
beginning. So this is without glasses, AR glasses, no 3D glasses. You're not looking at a screen. This was just being projected onto the field.
Everyone can see it from every
And
angle.
you're sure they can see it?
Yeah.
I don't know confirmed for this
Yeah,
one.
I mean,
I think it's confirmed for the League of Legends national championship thing that they did in South Korea.
Well, so
You
this
could look
says
that-
this says AR, so this is augmented reality.
Okay.
So I don't know if everybody can actually see that then. Because augmented reality is just on like your digital.
That's what I think of
Right.
when I think of augmented reality. Maybe it's a poor description in the title. Maybe it's actually AR. I'm not sure. I know for the
So you're saying
For
the
the
only
league
way
one.
they can see it is on the screen?
Right.
Okay.
That's what I would assume AR. Because every time I've seen like, because like the Panthers did the same thing, but that was AR. So that was only on.
Yeah, I seen
A
that.
video.
And when you're walking up to the stadium on the thing, right? They have the Jaguar, the Panther,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Panther. My bad, the Panther.
But the guy is taking his camera and going like this, so it has to be on his camera if he's doing anything,
yeah,
because he's following the dragon with
Yeah.
his phone.
yeah,
Well, that's the thing with AR is it's not just like having like a filter on the camera. It's like its own independent like code, and it's like doing its own thing. It's just entering the digital like
it's just changing the pixels
Yeah.
on the file.
like you've played Pokemon
Display
Go or
it
whatever. It's like they have like an AR function, so it puts the Pokemon like on the ground in front of you or whatever. Not like physically, just on your phone though.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
only see it on your phone. Yeah.
See, like this shot here is like what kind of like made me like, because you're seeing it on the screen, but you're just seeing the screen behind it. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
It was trippy.
but so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they did that well.
But
If
so-
you,
so
if
this
this
is the one that
if
was
this,
like trippy. Though.
So that's one technology that they have that they're capable of doing, and let this ride from the beginning.
yeah, this shit's insane.
So this is Seattle.
So this was like New Year's countdown.
2021.
This shit's pretty wild.
Yeah, this is nuts.
No glasses required. If this is no glasses required, dude, then for sure they could fake an alien invasion. For sure they could fake Jesus and Buddha and all these other religious figures.
isn't
all
that
over the
just
world.
fireworks though? Oh, this is not.
Yeah, but see, like, I'm wondering if it's just lasers that they're shooting through like fog or something, though.
But then they stop.
Yeah, that's what's weird. Though. Like that shit, like how detailed like the helix thing is.
Yeah, that's
it's
nuts.
pretty wild.
Right?
To be just lasers.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, check this technology out, though. This is a year or two ago.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to capture that when I'm showing this. Like this is what we have now. This Space Needle in Seattle, right?
Right. Now I've never been to like a rave or anything, so I don't know if this is just how it is. But
But this is nuts.
if
Look at
this
that.
is what raves are now.
Look at that. These spheres are. Look, it just wow. all the
We'll
spheres-
stop here.
All the spheres
Stop
turned
when
into
it
that.
turns into the fucking space
So now,
penis.
so now
dude.
check
Chris is
this
trying
out.
to stop me
So
from
now
making
we
the
have
joke.
this technology that can hear things. The holographic image you can feel it and you can hear it.
Well, so this is like the argument I was bringing up earlier. Like, if you can feel it and it's like actually having physical implications, is it still a hologram at that point? Is it something else? I feel like it would technically be classified as something else at that point, but I don't know.
realistic projected image. Like, come on, we're just fucking playing semantics at this point, right?
Run
Just
it.
a hologram that you can feel.
Run it.
Sound waves keep the bead suspended in midair, and they can manipulate the bead's position. The bead moves around the display too fast for our eyes to see, so what we see is a 3D image. And remember,
But it's just
this
one
is
thing
genuinely a three-dimensional image. It doesn't just appear to have depth. That means it can be viewed from any angle. Now, believe it or not, this tech is actually inspired by old-school TVs.
Hit him with
You
it.
may not be old enough to remember CRT television.
Oh, me and James
but
are.
They created images with a
Shout
single
out, James.
color beam that scanned across the screen so quickly.
I remember.
Our brains registered
Old
them as a
motherfucker.
single image.
Oh, remember.
Another point worth noting, Nature reporter Lizzie Gibney saw this acoustic display up close. She said the images don't flicker in real life like they do on video.
Hey.
But here's where it gets really cool. The speakers can also make the beat vibrate to produce different sound waves, which means these images can freaking talk.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Now, I can't
Alien
be the only one
invasion
who immediately
commencing.
started thinking about Princess Leia sending a distress
All right, so this technology is there, folks. We got the technology to back up this nutty idea, right? That this is what a group of people would go to lengths for to try and do. I mean, this is all just, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that it goes this deep.
This far to try and they're gonna go
Yeah.
use these holograms to not only display a fake alien invasion, but also display fake images of all the regional different gods, right? And so, as far as like a step 2 in this process,
mean,
right,
to go-
of instituting a new world
To
religion.
go this far, though, to just try to enslave everyone, like, I don't understand why they can't just be in their little corner and do
Are
their
we
thing without
already?
us.
Well, because dude, you have to have like the ultimate control of everyone, right? And like if you can
do
produce
you have to? I mean,
yeah, if you want to have a new world order that everyone's gonna be fucking following order in, you have to be in control, right? You got to do it on a global scale, because I mean that's the idea.
why
right?
can't you just do it on your fucking island and go on your little island and that's it?
Aren't they controlling
Illuminati
everything
Island,
already?
bro? Come on, man. Dude, they
Get
don't
on
want
your
just
little
an island.
and do your little fucking island.
want
shit.
Illuminati
Have a
Earth.
have a great island. It's not your Earth. You know what I mean? It's not your Earth, people.
Oh, we can both agree on
You
that.
guys coming here trying to take all the fucking Earth.
The only thing I could see is if you're trying to have population control. Other than that, I agree with that in terms of like, why?
Why what? Why stage an alien invasion?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, just
why
all-
do all that? They
well,
have
no,
control.
because-
They have control.
Well, because they're trying to control the household with everybody in it, and they can't do that because as long as there's a family and a cohesive unit, where a lot of these things can't
The
penetrate.
family, a cohesive unit, an idea, and a supreme being or a higher power. They don't want you to have that higher power. The higher power is supposed to be the government. That is your higher power, dude. That's what they want, right? That's the idea of the one world government. You're not supposed to.
And they want it so like when the kid goes to look up to mommy and daddy and say, "Mommy, daddy, tell me, I don't know, it's whatever the government wants. I
Whatever
don't
the state
know."
says.
Whatever the
told you to
state
think.
says, and I'm sure they'll come up. It's going to be Equilibrium. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Equilibrium. That movie is an incredible representation of the aftermath of what Project Bluebeam could be the result of. And basically, they take away all the mirrors, all the art. There's no art. There's no artistic behavior. You get rid of your colors. There's no colors. Everybody wears the same uniform. Everybody has the same haircut. Everybody's under medication. You take this medication. Everybody goes from point A to point B every day, and that's it. And that's basically it. And you live behind the walls, and anybody that doesn't agree with it lives outside of the
No,
walls.
it's a paradise. It's a paradise. It's not a prison.
Right, that's what they were saying. It's a paradise, and everybody's walking
in a
around.
utopia.
But it's a utopia, but you're not allowed to express any type of feeling whatsoever. You have to go between, because there's no expression. So you're expressing feelings, anger, frustration, happiness. These are all. That's a no-no, and you get there's none of that. So it's interesting. It's
Sounds like a great place.
It's interesting. Yeah, there's basically nothing in society anymore. I don't even know the point. I don't even get the point of it after that. Like, what are we all doing here? There's nothing created.
Are we making something? Are we digging?
You're going to work
for-
every day, that's for sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, because he was a police
I
officer.
feel like they got it.
Christian Bale's a police officer. It's Equilibrium. It's an incredible watch.
Yeah.
It really is.
So whatever it is, computer images, holograms, fucking acoustically generated holograms, AR, whether we're all hooked up to a Neuralink and that's how they give us the fucking shared vision.
Neuralink.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or-
However they end up doing it.
However, they end up giving you something that you shouldn't have taken, so
Yeah.
that they can control you.
Yeah, he
I
also
just
does
think
talk about
but
those as well.
This
yeah.
is just so far-fetched, though. This is like so much going on.
It'd be a hell of a movie.
You know
Of
what I
course.
mean? Well, yeah, it was an episode on Star Trek.
Yeah.
It was a book, The Pale White Horse. Check The Pale White Horse out because that's another one.
We should do an episode on Bill Cooper.
I just
Read
feel
his
like
book. I've always meant to read his book.
if you think about like how you're gonna get everybody to be exactly in the same mindset, it's like unless you're like
Brain chipped up.
unless you're brain chipping it, I feel like there's no other way, right?
So okay, so what about these EF, LF, VLF, LF, ELF waves. But before we go into step 3 here and talk about the whole mind control and controlling thoughts and everything, which I see you already had Neuralink on there too, actually. Nice. This is a good segue. Let's kind of wrap up step 2 here.
With the holograms. And
Yeah.
Big shout out everybody at Running
So
Routes.
these images are going to be able to project themselves and create a new religion, right? With if they're projected into different regions of the world, whether you're Muslim or you're Buddhist or you're Hindu or Christian or Catholic, whatever you are, you get to see some vision of your God telling you about how you were like deceived or whatever, and then all the gods are going to be able to morph into the new one world religion, which Sergey here claims is going to be the Antichrist.
Well, that's what was really super
That's his
interesting.
idea in step 2.
That was really super interesting about the one that I sent. That was like a couple hours that I sent in the Discord or the group chat, where it was like in the 80s, and it was a lot of the pastors, even Joel Osteen. It was a bunch of people.
How people may have already
They
been
were already-
planted into like kind of
like
diluting
all agreeing.
everything
Yeah,
and
he's
saying,
like, I don't
"Oh,
have a problem with the Vatican.
I'm one with everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone accepts me.
Yeah, and they're all at the Vatican and stuff.
Do you remember when you and I were talking privately in the text about like the WEF hooking up with the Pope and the
Yeah.
and then that
Very
new
interesting, yeah.
church of Judaism, Islam, and Christianity that they're building?
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but it's going up in like Dubai or something, and they're gonna have a church, a mosque, and a what's the Jewish one?
Temple.
Temple. Well, that's not the.
Yeah.
Is it a
Yeah.
temple?
It is. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure. it is.
whatever it's called, whatever the Jewish name for that is.
No disrespect.
Yeah, sorry.
We don't know everything, people.
Anyways, they're gonna be like 3 of those temples all built together.
Right.
And then like the Pope is like, yeah, one world religion is great. Like, yeah. And then they have like this the guru from fucking India, that one guy who's fucking talking.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's
Yeah.
the fucking WEF
Yeah.
plug as well, man.
Nah.
So yeah, if they are trying to set up the one world government, right, which it seems like the WEF is going to be part of, or like setting it up right now or whatever, then they've already got religious leaders on board, right?
That's
Yeah.
the direction they're moving.
So it seems like moves are constantly happening, whether it's in 1990 or now. I think you can make connections to Project Bluebeam kind of being set up, which is, I don't know, man, which is kind of, I don't want to say discrediting towards it, right? Because he gave dates, right? Like they wanted to do it in 83.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be doing it in 2000. It's 2023 now, right? And like we can say that, oh, there's all this recent UFO stuff, right? We're in March of 2023.
Alleged
See, I think-
alleged motherships in our orbit. Alleged.
Right? You can
I
say
think
they're
they-
setting the stage.
I think they could have done it in the late 80s, even up through maybe the mid 90s. But I think there's too many cameras. There's too much information. Like, if
It's all
there,
heavily controlled right now, though.
but if there was images across the world showing up, so many people have heard of Project Bluebeam now.
I don't know. Have they?
I
First thing
mean-
you look up when you type in Project Bluebeam is someone going to
Yeah,
be fact
no, I
checking
mean,
and
I
saying
guess-
it's false.
I mean, it was trending on Twitter, so
From the
that's
controlled narrative.
it was trending on Twitter. I'm not saying that's an enormous amount of people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know. I can't imagine. You'd have to be really, really dumb, I think.
Well, that's my whole argument is I think they do this, they're going to get some people, but not everybody, you know? But that's
Well, yeah.
that's where part 3 comes in.
Hey, hit him
the
with the
mind control.
three.
I mean,
'Cause with the
even
people
if
they
you're not,
don't,
even
yeah.
if you're not persuaded, like
It's a
right,
4-step process.
the 1%
people.
of people here that have listened to a Project Bluebeam conspiracy, right, and are like, if it actually happens, they might be like, oh shit, I remember hearing about this. I'm not gonna fall for it.
Yeah.
Like, you're the people that get rounded up and put into a concentration camp and just fucking dealt with.
Well, we're the ones that get raptured, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or we're gonna be the ones that are
Like-
fucking raptured.
Like those conspiracy commission guys, they're going to be a
Yeah.
problem.
They know what we look like, except James. They know what we look like.
Like,
except
dude, in those
James.
2030 articles, bro, they always talk
Keep
about
quiet, James.
the people that like wouldn't come
I can
along
show you what
with
James
the fucking.
looks like. He's
A
green.
fucking lizard.
He's got green skin and red hair.
So let's move on to step 3 here of
The mind
the Project
control.
Bluebeam plan. Yeah, it talks about mind control. In his words, he says, now these techniques push us towards the 3rd step of the NASA Bluebeam project that goes along with the telepathic, electronical, two-way communication where ELF, VLF, and LF waves
Whoa.
will reach the people of Earth by the inside of their brain, making each one to believe that his own God is talking to each one from within his own soul.
Whoa.
Such waves from satellites are fed from the memory of computers, which have stored a lot of data about the human being, the languages. I feel like they already got all this in place, right? I don't know about...
You think that they're gonna be able to talk in your head?
No, but I mean, dude, Google already has your profile of everything, like everything about you.
Oh,
You know what I
of
mean?
course.
They got all the fucking
yeah.
data, dude.
I would
If-
never
The data.
imagine.
They got fucking ChatGPT 4
All the
now
data.
to go fucking be able to talk to you and impersonate you and
All
trick
the
you into fucking
data.
doing captchas for it. So it's like, dude, I mean,
How much data do you need?
now I just need some fucking confirmed shit of like these non fucking sketchy like, oh yeah, we can manipulate people like electronically, like
I'll just
like,
be
just fucking
tricked.
show it to
I'll
me
be
for
just.
real for once, dude.
I'll
and
just-
then
nah,
I'm
fuck that.
sold.
Fuck
100%.
that.
You're
I'll-
not gonna get me until I start seeing missiles flying all over cities or meteors or something like that. It's just not gonna get me until then.
That's another one of his theories,
Yeah,
right? Is
fuck-
that it ends up in like a nuclear war of like all the fucking everyone launching their missiles to deal with this alien invasion.
Terminator. Duh.
Which is like a
Everybody
fucking-
knows that, dude.
And then the UN goes, "We were just kidding."
Yeah,
you're all
or
just
the
fucked.
UN, like, you know, everyone goes to the UN is like, okay, we're just gonna form the Earth Coalition now. You know what I mean? And that's how the one world government.
I'm just
is
gonna
set
walk
up.
all these AI robots when they try and like arrest me. I'm
'Cause
just
it's
gonna
like
walk
UN's
all
already
the AI
positioned.
robots to the water. I'm gonna say, listen, come with me. Come with me. I have data for you to consume.
We're like,
Just gonna walk them right to the
we're
fucking water and
amphibious,
drag
Eddie.
them in.
We're fucking amphibious. We're not falling.
You know what I mean? Like, just
We-
get in the water. I said.
We
the
were
data's in the water.
We were built by the same guy that made David's bunker in the last
The
episode.
data's in the water. The data's in the water. You don't know because you're not in the water yet. The data's in the water, people. Jesus, you stupid AI.
So he says this type of technology able to do this, right? To like manipulate your mind, control your thoughts, send you thoughts, or like talk to you through these different electromagnetic waves.
Unreal.
As for our from technologies that go back to the 70s, 80s, and 90s,
Jesus. The hits just keep on coming.
which like immediately brought me to like start thinking about like the MK Ultra stuff.
Not waking up in the morning.
He talks about it. a
Think
little bit.
about that. Think about if you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden, this voice inside your head
Every night.
is
Smoke more.
No,
Smoke more.
no, but you can hear
Where
it,
is that? Start the thing up.
and you're not talking out loud. But you hear this voice, and it's telling you something.
James.
Dude, oh my God, that'd freak you out.
Of course it would.
You'd think you're going crazy.
I am going crazy.
I feel like you would think you were like paranormal activity, like the fucking Conjuring or some shit. You like see, and this is the other argument, right? Remember when the Romans tried to take out Christianity, and then it became number one.
Remember Troy? Remember Troy?
I heard someone say Troy wasn't even real. That shit was faked in that fucking book.
What, the whole Trojan horse thing?
Yeah.
It's not real.
I just heard someone say it on the internet. It must be real.
Must be real. Why do you think we do hours worth of material?
Off track. All right.
Everything they say is real. No.
Chris, we got that one link, that the gigahertz radiation shit. So this is something that he referenced here. He was talking about this, the NATO
CBD
Advanced
people.
Research Workshop on coherent and emergent phenomena in biomolecular systems, the University of Arizona, the 15th of January, 1991. So he references this paper that was presented by Harlan E. Gerard, a NATO Advanced Research Workshop on whatever, the thing I just said. That's where the paper was presented.
Don't yell at us.
Yep, sorry.
I understand.
So here's an abstract from that for you all who are not looking at the screen right now. The United States has developed communications equipment which can make the blind see, the deaf hear, and the lame walk. So would you be able to fake
CBD?
an alien invasion with this, or a godly
CBD?
experience with it? Would you be able to show someone that? Yeah, because you can make them see stuff. If you can make the deaf hear, then you can make people hear when talking to their god, right? You could even move them around apparently and make the lame walk. It claims. So it can relieve the terminally ill of all
Whoa.
pain without the use of any drugs. A man might retain the use of all of his faculties up until the day of his death. What's up, James?
Whoa.
That sounds
It
great.
can make you move.
Can make the lame walk, right?
You say lame?
They elaborate further, right? And this is kind of like where the MK Ultra stuff was going, like with
No
like,
way.
with like stimulating different parts of the brain and how it like triggered your arm. Would
I like
move
to get
or whatever.
stimulated.
Me
I
too.
stimulate.
So they say the communications equipment depends on a new way of looking at the human brain and neuromuscular system, and
Stimulate
gigahertz
me.
radiation pulsed at ultra low frequencies. Some of this equipment is now operational within the CIA and the FBI, and will never be used to make the blind see and the deaf hear and the lame walk because its use is central to the domestic political agenda and foreign policy of
Whoa.
James A. Baker and George Herbert Walker Bush. Fucking
Wow.
stay mad.
So
dude.
they have the technology. They own it.
They've had it, technology.
That's what this guy says.
Wow. That's
Do you think they're using it on Biden?
yeah. They're keeping Biden alive.
It's so funny because like on one of these other fucking websites, someone made the same joke about Bush.
It's keeping Bush alive.
And Bush's puppet masters use this technology on their fucking.
Oh my god, dude. You
Right?
serious?
Someone heals you like that. You gonna?
I mean, fuck, dude, they just don't have a Biden clone yet. Looks like he's wearing a mask.
You gonna go against them?
Looks like it's a different
Oh
person.
my god. Oh my god.
So yeah, this was a pretty cool little thing to read. I read most of it. Talks about like direct energy weapons and stuff like that, like Manchurian Candidate,
Well, now your buddy getting
Oh, what
planting-
about that guy that got shot with that gun?
John
planting
Lennon.
false memories,
The,
like
Yeah. What about the guy you used to work with?
yeah,
the guy who said he
yeah, like
at a
creating-
bar,
yeah.
at a bar, because that's where this shit happens at bars.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna
Do you
use it
think
on.
you're
Think about
involved?
it.
They're gonna
man.
use it on the
did, yeah.
sorrow and lonely, right?
For those who are wondering about James' story, we used to know someone that said they got hit by a direct energy weapon. And he like started wearing tinfoil hats and everything was crazy.
But he
You
went.
like-
you
you
went
like-
downhill quick, right?
You kind of
Like,
brushed
Three
over.
month.
Yeah, you kind of just
You kind of
really.
just brushed
time
over that.
span
Like
of
that's
him,
kind of
like-
crazy what you just said.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
actually
you
crazy.
met a human.
He's
that's
like, nah. It's like
I
the.
know.
It's like the fifth guy I've
This
met.
is
like
the
that.
this is a real person.
like for real. Like
And,
it's not a fictitious character. Like this
every
guy
other
had
pizza.
a job.
So when you like
I mean, that's
month
what I thought
three,
about Eddie
right,
when
we're
I
like,
first met him.
We're like deep into this fucking like paranoia, right? And he's telling me about how he got hit with the direct energy weapon at the bar. And I asked him, because I'm fucking hip on conspiracies, dude. I do a conspiracy podcast. I know about direct energy weapons. I was like, oh, like from the CIA or something, dude. And then yeah, that's when like what James just said. That's when he asked, "Are you part of them? Are you with them?"
Would you?
And dude, when he said that, bro, I got a little worried. I was like, oh man, this is like bad real, dude. Like, fuck.
like not good, real
Yeah, this
like-
is not good.
at all.
It's just not good.
Where do
So
we
that's
go
a
from
that's
here?
a stage of delusion, dude. That is
Yeah.
hard to fight off, if you know what I'm saying.
Fuck, man.
Dude, like, so I'm like, what do you mean? Am I him? Are you them? Like, I mean, where are we going here? I mean, we're gonna go in a circle here because we could do this. You know, let's dance.
That's
Hey,
the
that's when
tinfoil
you
started.
answer his question with the question, dude. That's when you answer the question with the question.
Is that a relevant question?
So yeah, I mean, this is essentially you're sending these fucking microwaves at people, and depending on like the frequency or intensity of it, different effects will controlling your thoughts with those electromagnetic rays. This is a pretty cool little paper talking about the possibility of it from a professor at Arizona during one of these conferences. So he references that in one of his interviews. Sergey does. Let's see, what else did he?
Is this Sergey guy? Is he crazy or is he like sane?
Well, so we
Yeah, I
didn't.
mean, 'cause
I don't
I'm
know if
getting
we
the crazy
mentioned this
vibes.
I don't know if
I-
we mentioned this in the beginning. He's an investigative journalist. So he's not
he's
like,
Graham Hancock.
He's
So,
not
yeah,
like he's not
yeah.
like Chan Thomas, right? Or Chain Thomas, whatever.
No, because wasn't Chan Thomas working in the military? He was a military guy.
Well, he was like he was
Military-
really smart, like electrical engineer or some shit.
Yeah, like
He wasn't involved in the military at all.
Well, no, he worked on
Aerospace.
that private. He worked on that
Aerospace.
private.
He was
group
with the fucking
Aero.
intelligence agencies, bro. All the private fucking contractors.
Private
dude.
sectors.
They were just keeping an eye on him because he was working on UFO technology. That's all.
That's
Just
what I'm
keeping
saying,
an
right?
eye.
Like, that's like black budget shit. That's like Bob Lazar shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that's weird is like, well, we won't get into it.
Yeah. Shout outs, running routes. You guys digging me here on the Conspiracy Commission. Come check me out on Running Routes, Spotify, and YouTube. Hit me up. Appreciate it.
Good one. Got some good people on there too.
Hey.
All right, so
Step 4.
step 4, the alien invasion.
Which, again, the holographic material that we've presented to you today could really, really possibly potentially make this whole thing mush together and look decent in the sky there if you're capable of some way, somehow being able to, produce a dragon type of thing or a spaceship type thing in the sky at like an event
Seattle
or
Needle, dude. That shit was crazy.
yeah
If that shit's
yeah,
going on,
yeah.
man. People are convinced. There's not. I mean, people are convinced.
If you can,
throw in some
How
sounds.
many are you? Is that going
In
to
the
convince
sky.
you? Really?
I don't know. I wasn't at Seattle to see if that was noticeable.
I mean, it's not even gonna be like just that too. You know, it's like they're gonna be spamming the news with this, dude. They're gonna be fucking Twitter's gonna be trending. Oh, they're here.
30 years.
You think so?
It's possible. I mean, you'll get some people. There will be others like, what the hell are we just seeing? What are you
Yeah,
crazy?
you know how crazy that would be if that actually happened.
Yeah, it would be legendary. Yep. Yeah.
It would be legendary.
Yeah. Because who's gonna know
What
if
if
it's fake?
what if we get chipped?
Who's gonna
dude?
know?
What if we all get chipped?
We're
I mean,
chipped
then
already.
it's-
We got the
then it's-
phone. The phone doesn't leave your side.
know, but
when
like,
has
if
the
we're-
phone left your side?
I really think this is just 1,000 times easier if everyone's Neuralinked up, dude. you
We
know?
are with the fucking phone.
We're
Stop
very
it.
close to it. It's like
Dude, I think they're no. I think
got the phone.
I
Stop
think you get a lot of people with this.
it is.
But this
It's
is what
so close.
You know what I heard today though is a different theory on it. It was
Well,
that
lay it on us now. You're harboring secrets. You're one of them.
the government knows
I'm Dunsky.
that there's an alien invasion coming, and they're trying to make it so we don't believe that it's happening when it actually happens, so we have no defense.
So like what? There's like alien plants already making this our plan, so it's just easier for us to be conquered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're putting it in our face so we know about it so much without telling us it's going to happen. So when it does happen, we're like, oh, that's fake. And we don't have any defense against them. So they take us out.
Oh no, we just shot one down, dude. We shot 3 down, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's fucking deep, though. That's fucking deep.
But what if we really did, though?
But see, that was like their pawn, dude. This is a game of chess.
I don't think we actually shot down a real alien UFO, dude, or
I don't
whatever
think so
fucking
either.
Well, hey,
secret
if-
UFOs that the current government currently.
Well, hey,
has,
if we rewind back to the Adam and Eve story that we just did with Chan Thomas,
yeah,
Chan comes straight out and says there's no such things as UFOs, and all the technology that we have has been unfrozen, and we've found in archaeological sites that
revealed by earthquakes.
we've found the stuff. I mean, that's what he said in the book. He's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that said that we
Yeah,
found the technology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's interesting. You know, coming back from an episode ago when we just did something that was on cataclysms, tied in with a little bit here. That was interesting. Interesting thought.
I like it.
Interesting Chan Thomas reference there. Interesting. Just something I remembered from the last epi. You know, but this one here, this whole situation here, I mean, it's definitely possible with the technology, right? That we're using right now. No?
I think so. Yeah, and I think it only gets easier the more hive mind connected everyone gets too. Like, for sure, if everyone is Neuralinked up. Like,
I mean, you could make your phones, everybody's phone, spit out something, or
that's what I'm saying. Like, we're all
radio
gonna,
wave, or
like, yeah,
We
they
get-
could already have like
we get-
filters pre-installed.
yeah,
right?
we get hypnotized on the phone. You know, the phone is what seduces us with the.
That would be
with the
wild, right?
sound
Like
that
they
the
get all the
phone's
phones
making,
too. So if you
yeah.
pull out your phone to try and record it, it still shows it.
Yeah, wow. Beaming right into your frontal cortex there in the brain, getting you with all the new vibes they want you to feel. Yeah, this is a crazy one, man. This is invasion of everything. You know,
I
this
think
is
the
a nutty episode.
I think the only way that you could believe it is if you actually saw death and destruction.
They're talking about faking it.
You know what I mean? Like if you walked outside tomorrow and there were UFOs shooting missiles and actually hitting cities and you seeing explosions, you're like, okay, there's an alien invasion.
So we have some like
Unless it gets to that, I don't think that you
some like
convince
9/11
enough.
event happens and it's from a UFO.
Yeah.
And then you're like everyone's convinced. We got to get them aliens.
Yeah. If you had a 9/11
immediately, dude.
If you had a 9/11 event that was in some sort of crazy looking hovercraft that was on video that you could see it was a crazy hovercraft, yeah, you could probably get a lot.
And
of
then
people.
and then it crashes and we find the alien's passport and everything too.
Wow.
Dave, what do you dream about, Dave? Like, what are you dreaming about?
And
dude?
they're like, we know he's.
What is
Never mind.
David even dreaming about, dude? Like, seriously, bro, what's going on in that cranium, man?
Oh shit.
Oh man.
God.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't know about the passport part, but
everything, everything's
other part.
possible.
the other part.
I mean, he had to legally be able to leave the Air Force Base, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to get pulled over. This guy didn't want to get pulled over, so he brought all his, his tags and everything, so he doesn't get pulled over. That's an expensive ticket. You know
He's
what I
just
mean?
trying to be a good citizen.
Yeah, that's it.
Got it.
Good sheep. Unreal, dude.
My thing is, what's the goal? All right, like what is
David said it, and you're screaming at me when he said it. Didn't you hear him say it?
Yeah,
It's
come
optimum
on, bro.
control, dude. Like they want a wide array of control, like from top to bottom. You know what I mean? Like they want all the control, bro. Like they don't want us living life at all. We're living too much. We're living
wait,
too
hold
good.
on.
They
are
think.
we not
You, James,
are we
you-
not productive right now? Is that the problem?
Yeah, we're not productive enough.
We're
Yeah,
getting real productive.
coming in on Saturday.
James, you asked if this guy was kind of crazy, dude, and this is where he almost loses me, man. The third orientation and the fourth step is a mixture of electronic and supernatural forces. The
Wow.
waves used at the time will allow supernatural forces to travel through the optical fiber, coaxial cables, the ones used for cable, TV, electric, and phone lines, in order to penetrate everywhere on electronic
Penetration,
equipment.
dude.
Appliances will already be installed with microchips. The goal of this one deals with the global satanic ghosts, the Spectre, all around the world in order to push all the population on the edge to drown into a wave of suicide, killing, and permanently psychological disorders.
Whoa, dude.
Then after that night of 1,000 stars, humanity is going to be ready to implore any messiah to reestablish peace everywhere at any cost, even at the cost of freedom of abdication. Now, which is interesting to note, this is over here, the technique used in that fourth step is exactly the same used in the past in the USSR to force people to accept communism. The same technical wave will be used by the United Nations to implement the world religion and the New World Order.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with any of that, but this is where it kind of goes super off the rails with demonic possession through all the stuff, dude.
Well, you got to think this was back when
right before
computers
Y2K,
weren't, a
dude.
thing,
Right.
Only every
This is the
every other
beginning
person had a
Y2K
computer,
scare, bro.
Yeah. But what if you walked outside tomorrow and you went to work or wherever you go
Yeah.
and you saw cars on the road that were crashed here and there and unless you saw somebody regular, you got to work and there was a bunch of people that weren't there, would you think it's fake or would you
I'd probably think
how long would it take before you're like, holy shit, the rapture happened?
probably be like, yeah, they just laid off half the employees. That's what I would.
It's over.
No.
I guess you'd have to see it on the news, right?
Yeah, right.
Because, how many people do we actually interact with on a daily basis that
as soon as you get the newscast in on it and they start broadcasting that this is real, that's it. Everybody starts losing their mind, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
once the authority
I don't
figures
think
start
at
saying
all.
so,
I don't
dude.
think at all at this point, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think at all when you step out of your house from hearing it on a TV first that you look up and go, this is bullshit, and go back in, sit down, and finish your frosted flakes.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think you automatically you open that door, you're like, you fucking start throwing up.
I don't know. I feel like if I woke up in the morning and I was leaving for work and there was like something that looked like a UFO in the sky, right? Like I'd be like, wow, that's crazy, and I'd probably take a video and then I'd go into work. You know what I'm saying? Until you said the whole like it's shooting lasers and blowing shit up. Then I'm like, okay, this shit's real. You
Which
know?
like, dude, okay, so even if they didn't have like the real like effects going
All
on,
they got to
could
do
just
is
plant
have
some
those
explosives.
lasers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plant some explosives and have them lasers, and no one would know the difference.
Yeah,
like all somebody would hear is explosions and see lights. Like if you've seen the same color light, right, come out of the explosion that went in, I mean, you're hooked. You're hooked. I'm sorry. I'd probably be hooked. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I mean, because I'm associating the bang
It's a
with
spur
what I
of the
see.
moment thing. This is happening
It's
in
tough.
fucking
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah. I mean, it's tough. Like
you're just like, oh shit, what's going on?
I just start calling everybody I know. Like, what do we know? What
The
do we
news
know?
is saying
What do
it,
we know?
yeah.
What do we
Yeah.
know? Like, what do we know right now? Tell me what we know.
What's the move,
Yeah,
David?
like, what do we
where
know?
is the bunker?
David's fucking
Send me
late.
the
He
coordinates.
just woke up. What do you mean there's an invasion? David just waking up. You know what I mean? I'm going to get an iced coffee. I'll call you back in a momento. You know, and then here it is. David's like, oh shit, he doesn't go get iced coffee because this is real, and he's freaking out right now. His ankles are sweating. He calls me on the phone like, what's up, bro? What are we doing? What's going on? What are
That's
the
the
thoughts?
question. Are you?
What are the
Are
thoughts?
you stopping in like it happens? Like
What are the thoughts, David?
it just happened.
What do you
Right
do?
now, while
You're-
we're recording the cast.
You grab your Bitcoin.
No, like
do you
you're
do?
like you're on your way to work to go.
Yeah,
get
you
your
just woke
coffee.
up. You just woke up. You're getting your coffee.
Yeah. Are you going in and just making your own coffee? Everything's fresh because it just happened.
Like, so I'm like driving to work and the alien invasion has happened.
Yeah, like right above you.
Yeah, no, like it happened and there's just like
Above you.
yeah.
Oh, I just try to go home.
Right. That's a good play.
No, well, all right. So you don't figure it out till you get to the Dunkin' Donuts. Are you going in and making your coffee?
I might as well. If anyone's gonna make it,
Might as well be you.
I might as well get my and
Yeah,
I'll go
right,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
You're going to leave the money right on the front
I'll get
counter?
something else.
I'm going to leave the money right on the front
No,
counter.
I mean, yeah, I'll be like, guys, what's money, guys?
Here's a $5 bill.
Guys, come
Goodbye.
on. Like, dude, they better have like violins playing, dude. Like, I want like end of Titanic shit. You know?
Oh, my God.
They
It's
better not
all
give a
over and
fuck.
done
Yeah,
with.
they should just be giving it away.
Yeah.
If they're there,
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt they're there, right? They probably dip. Dude,
Can
they're
we
like,
just touch
"Oh,
on?
sir?"
Can we just real quick jump off the theatricals here
Sure.
and just jump on real quick? This guy one more time said what's his name? The
Sergey Manast.
Sergey Menendez.
Yeah,
Menez.
Sergey Manast.
Manast is a very interesting guy, right? Because he says all of these things, but some very odd things start happening to him. Okay, there's a very strange,
go.
a strange string of events that I'd just like to point out. It's very odd. Basically, what ends up happening
Right, pull up
is
his wiki,
they
Chris, real
pull
quick.
his
What was
children
date
from
of
him.
death?
They pull his children from him. He's no longer has his children. They're put into regular care. They take the children out of private school, put them in public schools. They arrest the guy. Once they arrest him, he spends the night in jail, comes home, and dies in his apartment. I think he's 51 years old, and he dies of a heart attack in his apartment. So, and a lot of people say, it's a quinky dink, you know what I mean?
This is right after he was
Squinky
arrested
dinkle.
too.
But, everybody
He
says he
dies.
was healthy. There was nothing wrong with the guy. He has a heart attack. Never had any heart problems or complications before. Very low percentage of people have this happen to. It could happen though, people. It's not something out of the ordinary. It can happen. This is something that has happened before, but a lot of people think it's sus. So I just think it's worth mentioning that something like this had happened, just to add the little mystical on the end of it here.
It'd be a hell of a coincidence.
So he's obviously known for the Blue Beam Project and coming up with this
His other
whole
one
theory.
was like some wild book title too.
Yeah, but this was his theory. Like he came up with this. Whenever you go back, this is who you end up stopping here because he ends up being the one that this came from.
He
A
has
lot of-
another like fucking wild book, dude.
No, but you heard
Like
all
the
this.
summary of it is
it
fucking
was-
crazy.
The video you had, the video you had earlier, shit was like in the 70s or 80s talking about this. all of this. It wasn't. I don't know. Think it was called Project Bluebeam back then, was it?
I'm not sure. It could be. It could. It
But
very
they were
well could have
basically
been.
described the exact
All of it, the events.
chain of events.
I
that would
think
happen.
a lot of them were reciting the Sir, what's his name?
Let's play the UFO stuff too.
What's his name again?
I thought he didn't come out till '94.
What was his name, David?
What's that?
The guy's name.
Sergei Monastat.
Yeah, that guy.
Monast.
Monast.
Monastat.
Monast. Yeah, see, it's butchering, So I'm trying not to get involved in it. But this guy is very interesting. Died very interesting. Had some very interesting things to say, and usually very interesting people who have very interesting things to say die this way. That's how sometimes they're telling the truth.
Yeah, right. A lot.
I don't know.
The fourth one, the fifth one have been fucking killed.
I don't
in
know. A
the
lot of
series.
them go down swinging like this. I don't know. A lot of them end up transpiring this way. The guy that got his fingers shot off there, Mr. Schneider. It wasn't Ship.
No,
The ship is
Schneider.
sailed. It was Snyder.
They don't like those
But they tried
whistleblowers,
to
dude.
poison Ship.
And then remember, we got the guy from Ancient Aliens on the telephone with the ex-contractor from the United States government. Remember, his name's like Michael or something. He's got the last name. It's the same as the first name. It's the double. It's like Mike or Steve or something along those lines.
Peter. No.
Pete Peterson.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Pete Peterson.
I
Remember,
know.
he's the one with the technology that he was the one drawing up the designs so that they can build, the basketball size individual with the
Reactor
basketball
thing.
size. And then he said that they painted his ceiling in his bedroom above where him and his wife sleep with this poison, and it was making them sick. And they come in the house, they painted ceiling.
That was Ship.
What's that shit?
That was Ship.
That was shit.
But there is the Pete Peterson guy was like with the
I'm-
UFO
no, but he-
Navy shit, right?
But he said they were coming in his house and doing stuff to him in the
Shit,
phone
yeah.
call. No, in the phone call with the dude Wilcox.
Okay.
Yeah, with Wilcox. Yeah, he was on the phone telling him and then he ended up dying after that.
Oh.
Yeah, the dude ends up dying after the phone call with Wilcox.
I remember. I didn't remember that Pete Peterson died like that.
Yeah, bro, that's what made it nuts. Yeah, you got to go back and watch that. Yeah, that's
Dude.
wild.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that Pete Peterson's is off topic. We're swinging, but I'm just saying it's like there's
Still
there,
UFO related.
yeah, and it's UFO related, and there's definitely it's always the same way. It's always out of nowhere. It's always how the hell did It always ends up happening this way. Smack it. What do we got?
If you're listening to a conspiracy podcast, you've probably heard about the recent UFO stuff. But if you haven't, and you think, man, how would they stage a fake alien invasion for us? Maybe it could be something just like this.
This is just a
Welcome back
test
to the
run.
Factor
These are the
This
test runs.
past
They're running
weekend
some
was
tests.
Very
Yeah.
interesting. U.S. fighter planes shot down 3 unidentified objects spotted in the U.S. skies. Now, President Biden
Don't say
has
the UFO
insisted those
specifically.
objects were there for commercial or research purposes. But a lot of people are throwing a lot of concern and side-eye at that, as no company has come forward to back those claims up. Todd Duplantis, who is the host of Beyond
We don't get
the
a shot.
Road
We don't get a
podcast,
picture. We don't get
joins us
nothing.
now
What'd
here
they
on The
shoot down? Let me
Factor
see
on
what they
Central.
shot down.
Now, we all know about the
All right.
China
Right.
so-called spy balloon.
Right, that
and that was
traversed
good.
across the whole country.
Why is he saying
Everybody
so-called?
watched it, and Fox even caught it live when they blew it up. Off the done with the mission, we'll take it out.
So do you have any concern about that and what that was?
No.
Or about us being kind of lax in dealing with the problem?
Well, yeah, we let it traverse across the
Or
whole
shut the
country.
fuck
At
up
least
about
we
the
got
spy
these
balloon.
down. But here's my problem with this. The president was going to come out and speak today, answer all these questions. What did he say that we didn't already know?
Did he?
Right,
Nothing.
right.
Nothing.
No
That's the weird
new
thing about
information.
Are we
this.
just shooting
Sus.
things randomly out of the sky, even if we know what they are? Like they're not dangerous. Let's shoot it out of the sky. Why
Right.
not? Number one, these aren't traditional UFOs. These weren't UFOs. These were balloons that were shot
Right.
out of the sky. I'm sorry, our men and
We don't. We don't know. We don't
That's
know
what he-
that they
that's
were
what
all
he thinks.
They were
balloons.
all balloons, David.
That's what he thinks.
But we don't have
Yeah.
the technology to shoot down. If we do, it's a lucky shot. If
See,
we shoot
now
down.
that's what I agree.
remember these
We
TikTok
don't,
videos.
we're not
Those
shooting
things
down
were going
UFOs,
at the
dude.
speed of sound almost. You could barely keep up with them
Yeah.
on a fighter jet and a FLIR camera.
And we're
not gonna
talking
shoot
about
those
the,
down.
the UFOs that we could not identify.
But look, dude, they're just
Right.
sitting
And
here
the
getting me to
military
debate
still
about it, right? We're all
hasn't
just being programmed
identified.
right now.
No,
dude.
they haven't identified. One thing, though,
that
that is
fucking crazy?
concerning to me is, you remember in June of 2021, the U.S. government finally released a UFO report, and we had congressional hearings.
And we were like, oh, what is this?
Exactly. Okay. They talked about 144 sightings, incidents that they documented. They just re-released that report last month. Did you hear about it?
Yeah, I'm like, what is that about?
510 now. Oops, where were the other 3 times sightings? Okay, so in the report, there's a quote from a U.S. official, and they use the word destigmatizing. What they're trying to do is they're trying to destigmatize us. For what? Not an alien invasion, but there's stuff out there that we don't know yet that they may or may not release to us. But I found it very interesting. They use that word destigmatize. They want people to report UFOs. Oh, and by the way, they're no longer unidentified aerial phenomena. They're unidentified anomalous phenomena. They're still
name
Get it right,
keeps
David.
changing,
They changed
Todd.
that as well. So,
But you're right. It's like, why release the same report over again with a different number?
Right.
So what are you trying to prepare us for, if anything?
yeah, I think right now they're still finding their way.
What a
around with
question.
this.
Where did
They've
that
got
question come
information.
from?
They know- a lot
Why
of
would
people
that be
know
the
about
question
it.
you ask him?
It just hasn't gotten out yet. There's
Why
gonna
would
be
that
some
be the que-
information I think we're going to get in the next couple of
This guy's
years.
got a script,
If
dude.
you
He's
listen
just
to
sticking
talk
to it.
radio, especially to Coast AM, they're all talking about the fact that we're going to get this information, declassify the information, or they're going to reveal it. We might get it piecemealed over the next few years, but we're going to learn a lot more.
But do you think the American public or the world public is ready for something like that? Because it challenges everything they know. If there is life out of there, we're supposed to be the only intelligent life because God created us. Then it brings into question.
Yeah, but hold
God.
on.
Right. Well,
Slap it.
And are you ready for
Hold
that?
on, because what
I
if
ready?
what if the UFOs and the technology and everything that they said they have, that we claim that we've gotten from UFOs, what if it was just UFOs and technology that we found in the ground, or found them at archaeological sites? What if we found them? What if it was from a civilization that lived before on this planet before us? Because in back to the last episode, Adam and Eve, it's happened 11 times.
Yeah. So what would you do if what?
No, I'm just
how
saying,
would we
what if it's
react?
that? Like, what if it's that and nothing more? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you're trying to set up the New World Order, and
That's
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
fucking
Like that's
destroy
what
that
I'm saying.
religion,
Like
you
that's
know?
what I'm saying. Like, and they're the only ones who have this technology. I mean, call it whatever you want. Like if they were the ones to find it, or they were the ones that it was their organization or whatever that was out digging and found it. These archaeological sites. If they're the ones going out and they're the ones sending out, because
Of course they are.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Of course they are.
you know what I mean?
And then
But I'm saying like that.
all the current ones, they already have locked down as what you can see, what you can't. What
Interesting.
You can touch, what you can look at, what you
Interesting.
can scan.
That was just interesting. What are we at? What are we at over there?
Dude, but he sets you up for the fucking he updates you on all the UFO stuff. He's like, oh, this is gonna challenge religion too, man.
Oh
I know.
man, dude.
What if it is? Is this some type of
What's
media
that gotta-
outlet they would
but
use
what-
to
but-
program you?
What does that really have to do with religion? Does it make religion not real if there's UFOs, aliens coming from somewhere in the
No,
galaxy?
if you have aliens killing people and then they say, "Oh, your God's not real. Look what we're doing. That was a false prophet." And they're killing people, then maybe you believe the aliens are the real God.
Or there's just aliens. I mean, like, it doesn't change. Like, you're not gods. You're just aliens. To me, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, right? Like, you're not gonna pray to the aliens. Like, I'm definitely gonna be taken out early. What's up, alien? I'm getting taken out early. There's no way. Like, I mean, if you come here hostile, if you're an alien and you come here hostile, I'm gonna be hostile. If you come here, you're not hostile, I'll let you live. Yeah, I'm about that. I'll let you go. But don't come at me hostile. You know what I'm saying? You better come with that fire. You become. Don't come at me hostile. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that.
Right. If you're gonna come in hostile, just full send.
Yes, because I'm full sending.
Don't halfway it.
Yeah. You better send your AI robot or whatever you're doing.
Going.
Yeah, we're going
Do we have any
To the
more we
wall.
want to watch before we close this up?
to the wall.
Did you want this other video or
Which one
What's
is this?
that? Which one was that one?
this was just you said another?
Alien mothership.
Oh yeah, here we
The
go.
mothership. See, this is what I'm saying.
Oh, it's coming.
The mothership. Here
Are
it
we
is.
watching
What do
this
we
one?
do?
This is like
Why
your
am I
newest
getting up in the morning?
UFO
Why is
update
it-
brainwash.
Abby Hornacek is here with more. So tell us more about George.
Tell
Now
us.
you should be worried
Yeah, let
about
her
a
be the
mothership.
one to tell us.
People have
Fucking
always had
bullshit.
this fascination of life beyond our own planet, since our solar system is so
her
expansive.
one eye
right?
blinking
Now,
before
George
all
Van
the other
Tassel
eyes.
was a great way to start this series
Look at
because
this
his
guy.
story
That one
really
eye is
was the
blinking
impetus
first,
to
isn't it?
people sharing their own
That
stories.
left eye is
He
blinking
was,
first.
back in the 50s, he believed
That left eye is blinking first.
Malfunctioning.
Yo,
then gave him
yo,
the idea
yo, rewind it, bro.
that would help
Yo, let me get a restart on this video. Hold up, cuz.
Oh my God, it's
Hold
still
up.
going.
Hold up. Rewind. Let me get a re.
to build
Oh.
this device that would
Oh.
lengthen
That one eye, dude.
the lifespan of a human being.
Yo,
When you say contact,
yo, that one eye is doing whatever it wants right now.
he says
Oh.
he was abducted.
I can't listen to nothing. Yeah, I can't listen to nothing she says anymore because his eyes are staring me down right now. Go back. Go. What happened, bro? What are you doing with the technology right now?
He believed that
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
contacted
Look
by
at it, dude.
planetary beings
Oh.
that then gave him
Oh,
the
Yo,
idea
think your eyes better than me?
to lengthen the lifespan
Yo, yo, look at that one blink. That's a hard blink. Oh,
But then at some
yo, that lid's heavy.
Is she just blinking or is she
She's
like
malfunctioning.
do you think she thinks she's blinking or is she just winking?
I don't know. She's sending
She's
signals to him. Is that
I don't
is that her call? She's trying to get out. Can we check the numbers on what it is to give a SOS to get you out?
What are the comments?
What do the comment section say on this video?
Let us know what's happening.
Like, cause I don't know. Like, I was the only one. Like, come on, guys. What do you mean, bro? I pay attention to detail. You feel me? Can we
I
listen to what
noticed
she said though? But I'm not gonna look.
You gotta go back. Wait, from the beginning? No, right here.
Right.
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 We're good, right?
I think so.
Soul was a great way to start this series because his story really was the impetus to people sharing their own stories. He was back in the 50s. He believed that he was contacted by interplanetary beings that then gave him
Are we
the
setting this up
idea
here or what?
to
I mean, are
build
they
this
setting up
device
Blue
that would
Beam?
help lengthen
I don't
the
know.
lifespan of a human
Fucking eyelid. though.
he was getting telepathic messages.
Yo.
Come on, bro. The telepathic messages?
Right. Through the eyelid.
Took a spaceship ride.
Through the one eye.
Gave him some blueprints to something he would eventually build.
That's a
here
nice
on Earth.
backdrop, though.
Exactly, and the crazy thing is that he was very well respected in the community. He worked in the aerospace industry for Douglas
Who is this
Aircraft,
again?
which
So you're
is
saying
very-
he
Who's
was
that?
not a
I mean-
crackpot.
He wasn't, and
He
the thing is, once
wasn't.
he started building the structure,
George
it was
Van
all one
Tassel.
dome that
Yo,
would
this is
act as an
sus though,
electrostatic
dude. Why is
generator
her
that
eye
would
doing that?
rejuvenate human
Oh, there was
cells.
two eyes. There
And
was two
that
eyes.
sounds like a mouthful, but my point in saying that is
Mouthful.
just that he came from a very scientific based approach.
For
so
sure.
people believed his story, and in
Maybe
fact, he
she's just
started
got
these
dry
UFO
eye.
conventions at Giant Rock, which is in Joshua Tree. Back in the 50s, mind you, before social media, his first one had about 2,500 people
Just
who
that
came
one
out
eye is-
and shared their story as well.
Trying to
That's
figure it
amazing.
out.
From the series, here is an expert explaining how this guy got the idea.
I didn't hear nothing about a
idea
mothership,
for this
did you?
machine that would make you
Oh, yeah, I
listen.
think about a mothership.
How
yeah.
long is this video?
This alien
Foxby
was
just
called
trying to
so
rein you in,
damn
huh?
and
Foxby
gave
taking up too much of your
Van
time.
Tassel
Oh,
the
jeez.
blueprint for a device.
It's the
Stories
guy
about
from
it,
Ancient Aliens.
But by all accounts,
love this guy.
It was an immortality
Kidding me?
machine.
This guy knows it all. Chris had enough.
You know what the revert? No, same video.
Well, that's the video.
All right.
All right.
Must have done it right at the end.
She was still a very attractive woman. The eyelid is just really.
They're
Like,
just
I
setting
would
up
not-
all the blue beam
I would
shit,
not have
dude.
been able to get through that interview if she was sitting across from
You
me.
can't.
Like,
You
there's no
can't.
way. I would have had to say something about it.
Would
You
you be able
can't-
to handle that? Like
no.
a girl that had that, and she just always.
Just
She
one. I
always
mean,
blinked one eye before the
Yeah.
other.
as long as I could talk to her about it.
What are you gonna say that's gonna change it?
I just want to point it out, and that's it. We call it a day.
Every time?
No.
Just the one.
Just like initially.
He said every time.
No, the initial, you narcissist. No, just the initial. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean?
It's just the thing. My one-eyed.
Like, but if
blinks
she's
before
just
the
like, no, how could you, and run away, then I mean, I guess it's over and done with. Where do we go from here? Like, I can't come back from me just pointing it out. Like, you know, I apologize. I pointed it out. I was just asking, like, what's good? What's wrong with it? Is it all right? That one eyelid's been working out way more.
Got some
than the
sand
other.
in there.
Got some sand in that eye. You got peanut butter in the side of your eye.
I like how this started with an apology.
Right.
It just immediately went back to roasting.
What are you talking about? Just asking.
You're like, you got sand in that eye?
Is that eye out? Is that the eye close to your window with the window down? I'm just asking.
Are you riding passenger? Do you take an Uber here?
You got a sunroof. Sitting out on a balcony for this interview? Do you think the balcony's the move? I don't know.
Before we end up, there's some other cool ideas for false flags where people attacked us. These were great, dude.
People attacked
the Gulf
who?
of Tonkin.
Which, I mean, I don't know.
A staged false flag attack.
What? What was it?
A staged false flag attack.
On the Gulf?
The second attack. They staged a second attack on a ship to
Who did?
the America. Fucking
Yeah.
The United States.
It's a false flag.
They attacked their own ship so that they could go to war against in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Oh, I mean, I know. I definitely wouldn't put that past the government.
And then we have Operation Northwood, where some Cuban hijackers were going to hijack an airplane and fly it into high rises in Miami.
Operation Sandy Eye.
And then Operation Sand Eye, of course. Sandy Eye.
That's alleged. That was
Yeah, and
completely
Operation
satire.
Northwood never happened, but
Completely satire.
it was interesting that they thought about it.
Correct. The shit you find on Reddit.
So, do we think the 3 UFOs that were shot down, do you think they're real?
No.
I don't know.
Absolutely
what-
not real UFOs. We can't shoot down a real fucking crazy
That's David's
ass UFO.
full-blown opinion, and he's not holding back. But me, on the other hand, I
agree.
I don't know what is and what isn't anymore on it, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even see a picture. All I hear is, said craft. Like, what can we get some footage? Can I see
Right.
some footage?
Right.
Like he showed. Like, I don't.
If
that's
you
what I'm
shot,
saying.
if you shot it down, you should have video of it, right?
Or at least a still shot. Give me a still shot. Give me something.
That
Give me
or
anything. Like,
they
give me a
did shoot
generated
something
photo
down?
from the robots. I don't. Give me something. Like, you didn't even give me that.
Let's
I'm saying.
ask Dolly, dude.
You know what I mean? Can we get a photograph? Can you draw me a photograph of the exact UFO that was shot down about 3 days ago? And see what it comes up
I
with.
feel like it's more likely that they shot something down, but it's just like another country's,
That guy
ship
said
or
it's
something.
balloons. So then why didn't you show me balloons? We don't even have a balloon.
He's just saying that because the one that everybody did see was a balloon.
And he got paid to say that. Be real.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, he's on TV. Yeah.
He's getting paid.
He's getting paid.
Somebody's getting paid. Right. No doubt. Well, these are just questions that I had. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. These are questions. They're talking about balloons and everything.
Do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to think. What do you think?
Do you guys think this guy's book, this whole theory, was a ripoff of the Star Trek episode?
I mean, considering I've never seen the episode, I can't say that.
I'm trying to think about. You saw that movie? What was it? Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Where they're actors, and then then the aliens really do come. Like, what would make you think? Like, would a ship have to come down and it like open up and people come out and they're like, "We're from another planet." Like,
what would it take? Yeah.
Like, what would it take to for you to believe it was real?
Yeah, just like Jupiter ascending. You guys ever seen Jupiter ascending?
I'd have to be able to feel them.
You would ask to touch them.
Yeah, I gotta be able to feel it. I gotta be able to
fucking
hear it.
dude.
I gotta
I'm sure they
feel
want to.
them.
I'm sure they want to touch you too, David.
I'm locking David up right now. David, you're locked up.
I want to feel them.
David, did you have to close this one out like that? Jesus.
Right?
flipping
Okay, but you could be
Listen.
like, you can achieve all of these like
Hold on.
these requirements just in a handshake.
Hold on.
Yes,
A-
please.
Hold on. Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending, though, she's scrubbing toilets. And they come down and get her. And she goes up into the ship. I mean, that's obviously what it would take. That's obviously what it would take for anyone. Because
Come
once
up
you
in the
get
ship?
brought up.
Who's scrubbing toilets? What?
In Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter.
Oh.
She's
Oh,
scrubbing
bro,
toilets.
they're smoking Eddie so quick.
No,
bro.
but I'm just saying. No, I'm
They
just
just gave you
I'm
some
just-
fake G's, bro. They got the fucking 8K
No.
screens that pop up. You're like, oh, I'm in space, dude. Fucking.
If you're fucking coherent the entirety of the trip as she was, and you're brought all the way up there, and you can see it as you're going up there,
Oh, dude.
you're telling me you're not the whole thing is still fugazi. It's all a fucking
Could be
shim
Fugazi,
sham.
right?
I mean,
Could be.
it very well could be, but if
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
watching
know,
it,
I don't know a good ass fucking way to like not be tricked. You know, like of course they're gonna have excellent ways to trick you, right? It's gotta feel.
I mean, it could be just like in that Netflix movie where they bring you up into the
Well,
mother.
what if you're standing right here next to somebody and they disappear?
like in the Rapture
Bro.
thing.
Yeah, they're gone.
Bro.
Like, you're standing there, you're talking to them, and they disappear.
Bro, you
Oh,
wait,
dude,
bro.
I'm like, oh shit, bro, it's simulation.
Bro,
I'm
you
finished,
wake
dude.
up, bro. You wake
I'm
up,
alright,
There's
dude.
a-
That's it, dude.
bro.
There's a show on this actually.
Bro, there's a movie on Netflix. I forget the name of it, where they end up putting bionic legs on this kid, or bionic arms or something on this kid. I think it's legs. They put legs on him, right? And he wakes up inside of a doctor's office, right? And they've been running tests on him and shit. And Lawrence Fishburne is like one of the doctors with the yellow suit on, but they're all aliens. And he breaks out of the hospital and brings his girlfriend with him. And when he breaks out of the hospital, bro, it's crazy because they get in the truck and they keep going. They run into somebody and they're like, you can't go any further. And they just keep driving and they break through to the other side when they get to the tunnel, and they were in the mothership the whole time. And it was just
a maze.
it was just a recreation of the town to keep them in it.
I think I saw something like that.
Yeah. And it was nuts, bro. It was nuts, man.
You're just in a rat.
And you're
chase, dude.
still in it, though, but you're in the mothership and he can't leave. Like, you're in space. Like, he goes to break out, like, with these legs to break out, and he gets out of the thing and he looks.
Isn't
And
that like a Rick and Morty
they're
episode
deep.
too?
They're deep into space.
They do like a
Yeah, the
couple
Rick and
sim
Morty
deep.
do
But I'm
that
saying
too.
it's this movie, bro. It's like Signals, the name of the movie
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, bro,
I gotta
it's
see
nuts.
that.
It's
I gotta see that.
Bro, it's crazy, and he doesn't even know. Like, they just swapped his legs out, and the whole time they keep messing with him, bro. The movie's nuts. Lawrence
What's
Fishburne.
it called?
I think Signal.
So
Signal? I gotta go see that.
we're wrapping it up then.
It was on Netflix. And it was fire. Yeah, you can cut this all out at the end. Cut. yeah. I think we're gonna just wrap it up, right? Where we at?
Yeah,
End it on the Simpsons epi.
Here's them showing you how the fake Rapture's gonna be.
Unreal, dude.
Dude, if somebody's standing next to me and I'm talking to them and
Simpsons
they
predicted it.
disappear,
You know it's gonna happen.
it's gotta be the Rapture.
No lie.
Like,
Yeah.
The Rapture, you're not convinced it's like we're in a simulation?
no, I can't ever wrap my head around that
Run it.
simulation.
Run it.
I just can't.
You can't go anywhere with that.
I hurt.
Uh-huh.
Like, I've cut myself.
You felt pain.
I've felt pain.
Joy.
Dude, now you can't tell me. I've hurt myself. I've
Dude, it's just
sprained an ankle.
just the right sensor going off in your brain though, you know.
No, don't start your garbage. Are we running the clip? What are we doing? What's the guy got to do to get the clip ran? Listening to David's hogwash.
All right.
Run it.
It's the rapture, Shauna. The rapture. The virtuous have gone to heaven, and the rest of us have been left below.
Left below? Where have I heard that before?
Fools! And because we
As
rejected
above, as
God,
below.
tacitly accepting Satan, we must suffer through the apocalypse.
I thought all religions were a path to God. I was wrong.
Why did I put my faith in science and technology?
Oh, why did I choose to be gay. Oh, this movie will haunt me for the rest.
Ah, so he was just watching a movie.
Diddly diddly. Well, we pulled more plugs than a Dutch doctor. Now, let's take a trip to the side of the house. Yay! Why, that's a higher power than even I believe in.
I don't get what that means, but
That's how they charge you with electricity.
but what it like are the numbers supposed to
I
mean
want to know what
something?
those numbers mean
922.
because The Simpsons stuff like that always means something. I guarantee if you looked up, you'd find something with those
922.
numbers.
Let it run for another tick. See if the numbers change.
Why, that's a higher...
1 or almost 1.
2001 it said, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that can't be right though.
Oh, 92001. What?
I feel like the alarm clock one was more likely. 'Cause
Right.
It ended in 24.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
it
listening
did.
to our episode about Sergei Monostat's theory on Project Bluebeam.
Thank you.
Hopefully
We'll catch
we
you on the
didn't
next
lose
one.
ya on that one.
We'll have our lizard friend come by and rattle off some more stuff too. Thanks for coming out. Check us out.
This is the Conspiracy Commission Podcast.